Alright, so I just went to my kinfolk little spot Grubs out here in Greenville. Y'all, I don't know what the fuck they put in this shit here, but damn, like you can't even consider that a red drink. Like, I know niggas, we like when it comes to red flavors, we just call all of them red, but this shit good. Like, I don't even know what the hell to call it. Like, I think it's Kool-Aid or lemonade, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's super good. Y'all check them out when y'all get a chance, and I'll tell you about these pork chops he put in here for me in a minute. Peace. Y'all, I forgot to tell y'all how good them goddamn pork chops was before I ate them. My bad. I ate one, then I took a picture of it. But y'all need to go ahead and check out Grubs out there in Greenville. Y'all go hit them up. They're right there off of Stonewall, I think it is. But the motherfucker hidden, man. Y'all need to go check that shit out. Peace. Squad.
What's up, people?
What it do?
What's up with y'all, man? Episode number 52.
3.
Damn.
You just said it, man.
Man, what?
Start over.
What the fuck we gonna do? Y'all can go jump on me and shit?
Yeah, start over.
Cause you just said that. Now, you be getting on motherfuckers' ass now. Man.
Okay.
You just said
All
that.
right, I'll take that. Anyway, Brian, what's been up with you, man? This nigga, I'm gonna ignore him for right now.
Man,
Ignore
chilling,
the
man.
stranger over here.
Man, chilling. Been on vacation, staycation. Not really going nowhere. Just kind of been rolling through the streets, all in the Grove.
Oh.
Sat down and riding through like I still live out there.
Hey, tell them about your trip to BZ.
Man, went to BZ.
For the people who familiar with Dallas.
Yeah, for the Greedy Grove people. So went to BZ over there off of Jim Miller. Just kind of rolling through the hood. Stopped by, get a little drink or something. Dude that's been there for years was like, hey man, long time no see. I was like, hey, what's going on? But he been knowing me since I was a kid. We used to go in there all the time, buy candy and chips and everything. Yeah, I mean, you know, buy your little mixtapes, your movies, your bootlegs.
Contacts.
Contacts.
Fake ass contacts and everything.
You get your V-neck before you go out somewhere. All that there. But yeah, dude still knew me, so he even had a mask on. He still knew who I was. I was like, okay, that's what's up. So yeah, I love going back to the hood. Shit, people still know me. It's cool.
Right on. What's been happening with you? What's been happening with Big Super over here?
Super duper around this bitch.
Man, y'all know. Shit change every day with me, man.
Yeah, well,
I
I know,
make
nigga.
it happen, you know. Tried this working. That's why I missed the Sunday. I went to orientation. Try to get. Don't be greedy. If you doing all right, don't try to. Extra money ain't always good, man. And Amazon some bullshit. But for them kids. But now for me, man, I took it for like 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
But them little 3 days, man, them folks don't know how to talk to people. I mean, they go out they way to be rude. You know
Man.
what I mean? And that ain't for me. I said, when stuff gets stressful,
Yeah.
it's time to, because shit, we like you was talking about, you know our age.
Yeah.
You been through that so much in your life, right? Damn, when is I was telling him on the way over here. Sometimes it's time to, you can say, hey, that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm in control now. I'm finna chill. It's
Yeah, when
peace.
shit gets stressful, you gotta pay more money. There's a certain amount of money I'm willing to deal with for a certain amount of stress. And $17 an hour ain't gonna get you no $30 an hour stress.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Either you gonna have to pull somebody to the side and say, I ain't none of these little kids.
Yeah.
I'm need a little something different. I'm not the money, but the attitude gonna have to be fixed around it.
Yeah,
You got to pull somebody to the side every once in a while.
If it's worth it, if it's that type of situation. But up there, shit, it's really the place is running itself. Ain't nobody is no official supervisor. There's no HR. There's no authority really to go to. So the people who they do have in charge, they feel like
They got like a
really
foreman
can do
probably.
whatever.
More like a foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to cut that motherfucker out.
Right. Before I forget, before he jumped in, how about them Cowboys?
Fuck, I ain't got my jersey on. I just said I was gonna get that shit. Hey, hold on.
4-1.
But what did the Cowboys do today?
They won.
They won?
They won. That's what they did. They
Again?
beat some ass.
Didn't they just win last
Yeah,
Sunday?
that's 4 games in a row. Only team beat is the Buccaneers. Tom Brady.
So we done won
I lose to the GOAT. I lose to the GOAT, but that's 4 in a row.
That shit, what's up, man?
And we run the East. You see it?
They get me back
I
into
know
the
it's a
game.
little backwards right now, but we run the East.
You
Don't
get the
worry
point of
about
the
it.
goddamn
Yeah,
shirt.
you know what it is.
I'm supposed to have my jersey on, y'all, but I'm fucked up and I be doing some dumb shit when I get fucked up. Like not putting on my fucking Cowboy jersey.
It's all right. You got your Glitch shirt on.
Yeah, you got your Glitch shirt. That's cool, baby.
We'll go with that.
I should have put mine on. Y'all got y'all's on, but I just had to represent for the boys. I was watching and I had to.
Hey, how about that catch from CD Lamb though?
Boy.
Ooh.
Boy, say, these boys
Bro, so
are.
check this out. I was gone. I was gone. I walked in, put the bag down just as the pass got tossed.
Say, that boy is Pollock. Hey, that boy can run.
That boy can get down.
That boy
I'm
can
telling
run.
you, Pollard and Zeke to me are like Marion Barber and Jones.
Yeah.
Just like one of them strong. I'm gonna get you the guaranteed 2 or 3. But that other one, if he Jones, Pollard, if he get that hole open and get through there, that boy can work some magic.
Skating.
Ooh.
Loving it.
The boy smooth, man.
Hey, y'all gonna have to do something about them boys, cause we coming.
For everybody.
I think it is a good season. Next game, then I'm gonna jump on that. I'm gonna start talking shit with them.
Yeah, come on with it.
You always start talking shit for them, and then they'll lose. Man.
Yeah, well, it happens, but I'm talking shit regardless.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's a diehard fan, man.
I'm a diehard fan, and I'm the fan. Y'all, I'm that nigga that said we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm also that nigga that don't believe that shit.
Yeah.
I think there are people who put up a legitimate argument that actually truly believe it every year.
But it's real though, cause you rep it every year.
I mean, on paper,
my squad.
You know what I'm saying? On paper, the niggas always look good on paper. It's just when it comes down to the execution, it's be some shit going on.
That's what I was saying to you earlier. Like they always been American team. They always gonna be the shit. Win, lose, or draw. So Jerry don't give a fuck. He it's American team. He know how to manage his shit. He know the boys gonna win enough games. They gonna do their thing. But I feel like by chance this year, they might have a good squad. You know what I'm saying? And they might just,
My whole thing is I ride with them. I've been riding with them since a kid. So now both of my teams are 4-1. Green Bay Packers as well. Yeah. That's just what it is. But I just need somebody to get past the first round of the playoffs.
Yes, man.
That's all I need. If they get past the first round of the playoffs,
and them hoes don't even show on that.
They ain't even showing. All that. But as long as if they make it past, I know we're gonna get a bye. I feel it in my soul. We're gonna get a bye. But that first game we play in the playoffs, if we get past there, I have hope in my heart. I can start talking about Super Bowl then. But after that, before that, I just at least think we probably gonna win the East. I'll go with that.
We do that a lot though, don't we?
Nah. We'll win the East. I mean, we win the East enough, but it's just that
even sometimes when we win the East, we have a horrible ass record. It's just everybody else was horribler.
Right.
Glitch colloquialism. Whatever. Everybody was horribler than us.
Yeah, I get it.
You want to tell me we win the East with fucking 5-19, so we won.
So the Eagles 2-2. The Washington football team 2-2.
That shit, that fucks me every time somebody say it.
What? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna respect the hell. They supposed to Benny took that name out here. I'm trying to see what they're gonna do about the Chiefs. But ain't nobody say nothing to them yet.
But they could have did something better than
the football team.
I think they did.
That was a fuck y'all.
Yeah, that's what that was. They did. I got something for you then.
What's so bad about it? You did it, and then they haven't changed it, and so I thought that was just like temporary. Like
that's what they are.
It's been.
For right now.
They like, I don't know what the name gonna be. Fuck it. Y'all want to change it? Fuck
They
it.
could have came up with something better than that.
Yeah, but back then, them times, that's what times were back around when they played football. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there was no racism. That was the lifestyle.
Right.
And everybody, it was white people and everybody else.
Yeah, but
so if they want
them people to change their name because of the controversy, you could at least gave them something a little bit more.
No, they chose not to.
They chose not to do that.
They chose not to.
That didn't think that was issue to them. Instead of them coming with a name, this is their way of saying, okay, well, fuck y'all then. We just go name ourselves the football team.
Right. How about that?
Yeah, so them, that's their middle finger to them.
Right. But only way it'd be a good middle finger if they was actually winning.
Then it'd really matter.
Yeah, then it'd be like, now what? We changed the name for y'all. Now whooping y'all ass. Now what? Now if it was that would have been a good symbol of fuck all what y'all got going on.
That would have been a movie.
I took that one.
That would have been a goddamn movie.
But fuck all that. Going back to it, what you been up to, man?
Me? Oh yeah, I haven't talked about mine.
No, I cut you off because I was talking about them Cowboys.
Was that started on anything?
And you didn't say shit.
Okay. So what have I been doing? Did I go into work recently? No, I'll tell you why I don't remember what the fuck I did. That's because Karen was gone for a week and I didn't do a bitch ass thing. I didn't do shit.
Sound about right.
Bro, that whole this ain't no disrespect to her, but nigga.
Not doing shit feel good, don't it?
Boy, peaceful. It was peaceful.
For real.
And what I mean by peaceful is full of peace. Simple as that shit. I know everybody waiting on the punchline. Yeah. There was no punchline. It was full of peace. I came home, I laid down when the fuck I wanted to, left the toilet seat up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Same nigga shit.
Yep. Did what the fuck I wanted to do for I don't know how goddamn long. But hey,
Worry about eating for yourself.
y'all heard that Meek Mill album?
I haven't, man. I gotta tell me about it.
That motherfucker crunk, bro.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, I hate. Like, to me, listening to Meek Mill and looking at him, you wouldn't think that voice is coming from that nigga.
No.
When you watch him, it makes sense.
Okay.
But when you see him on the picture, and then you hear him rap, it's like, nah, that ain't him. But you know, nigga got a high pitch ass what voice?
What songs I need to look for on there?
Shit, almost all
all
of them, bro. Like no,
It's a spinner. That's what you're saying. It's a spinner.
But I think did I put a song on here?
No.
Excessive
Don't
Pain.
play it because they gonna flag it as copyright.
No, I wasn't play shit.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about. I think I put the name of the song on there.
Okay.
Whatever. But I said that to save this one. Tech Nine had an album out. If any of y'all know me, when this nigga album dropped, to me it's like a fucking holiday.
Yeah.
God damn it. And the fact that I woke up and I didn't know this nigga had an album dropping.
Yeah.
And that shit popped on my damn phone, nigga. And I was like, okay, bro, something got to be whack. Like, I probably about, I don't know how many albums he got. He got a bunch. But I only heard one of them that I probably didn't like, and it was one of the old ones.
Yeah.
But he had a couple tracks on there that I liked. But anyway, this album is called Asinine.
Yeah.
Nigga.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That motherfucker got a hot 16 on that bitch, bro.
You know what's wrong with me? I stopped buying shit when you had to download everything. You know, I used to like buying the CD.
Yeah.
Put that bitch in.
Slide it up
Don't
there and
change.
shit.
Yeah, don't change it. Just let that bitch run for a couple of days and listen to every song. My old ass don't want to download the Spotify's. So I've been missing out on all
Bro,
that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It took me forever to get to it.
Yeah.
Boy. Okay, so we used to burn CDs, right?
Yeah.
13, 14 songs on a CD. When I found out that you can burn them as data to MP3 for a CD, and you can fit about 100 of them motherfuckers on there. Like every CD I had in my stash was on like 8 CDs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So that worked out beautifully. And I can put a CD in this bitch. Depends on what mood I'm in. Cause I had my, you know what I'm saying? I had my wet sheets. That's what I call it, wet sheets. I had my wet sheets little R&B mix.
Yeah.
I could play that one. I had my jam shit, like my crunk shit. I had that one. I had my regular rap. I had all of them, and all of them had 200-300 songs on there. Well, probably about 100-something songs on there. Wow. That you can just pop in and just hit shuffle on.
You did the flash drives and shit too? You got
Yeah,
into
did
that
the flash
SD
drives.
code,
Yeah. SDs was more for pictures to me.
Yeah.
I didn't do much more with the SD card than pictures or whatever, because you got to have that look. It was just pictures. But flash drives, I got into those because, you know what I'm saying, your car got the USBs in them.
Right.
So I put music on them shit or whatever. But now, when I bought my car, I didn't have a CD player in it. So I was like, what the fuck? This is amazing.
Yeah.
I get to play all of my, because I was Bluetooth and everything anyway,
Yeah.
or whatever. So I play all on Bluetooth. I used to get mad with them goddamn CDs. You know how you put them up here in the visor?
Yeah.
And after your visor get old, you hit one of them corners real hard, them motherfucking CDs fly out and shit.
Oh no, I still got one of them.
Shit, everything on
One of
YouTube.
them
You
books.
watch YouTube, B. So
Yeah.
all the music on YouTube too. So
I do that. I usually, man, honestly, I be doing that old ass Pandora. I go to Pandora, cut it on.
And let it do it for you, huh?
What's that? I cut it on the Music Soul Child or the Isaac Brother. I be listening to all the old shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of the new shit. I tried to watch the BET Awards. Bro, that shit hurt.
Like, why?
Because they were talking about.
That's not us at all.
Yeah, well,
We
it's
ain't
still,
there no
it's
more.
still the culture.
Is it?
Ah.
Yeah, ish.
That shit whacking, motherfucker. I was like, no, but for real though, like the performances, like all the way up to the Nelly performance, man, that shit was garbage.
Bro, okay.
Nelly had the best performance on that bitch.
Bro, did you hear Nelly's new album?
I haven't.
Don't.
I didn't even know he had a new
Don't
album.
do it.
Well, it's Nelly.
But I'm just saying, I thought it was gonna be okay. Country Grammar had 2 or 3 bangers on it.
Nelly had
Nellyville.
2 or 3.
Okay, but it's my point. Nellyville had 2 or 3 bangers on it.
Okay.
So I was expecting
2 or 3 bangers.
2 or 3 bangers.
But he kind of worked with a different team now.
Ooh,
So
is
it's
it
kinda-
different? Yes, sir. He sound.
Sounds like some
he
country
sound.
shit, like
Yeah, bro. He
that.
sound more like Earth, Wind and Fire with a little bit of Reba McEntire or some shit. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me right now. But I was trying.
You trying to get on?
I ain't knocking. I ain't knocking it. I ain't knocking whoever hustled. But it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to it being for me.
But he had already started doing like the kind of country mix twang with it back in the day. So he already had. He the one started out with Billy Ray Cyrus on one of his songs. Like a lot of people weren't doing that shit back then. So I mean,
sure.
now you turn around, Lil Nas X do it, and everybody like it. I know. But you turn around, I'm gonna keep going. They turn around. I know. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yep. That nigga more.
Well, we can talk about that with the other segment we're gonna bring up.
Yeah, let's do it.
But no, he do it. They like, oh, nobody did it before. Nelly been doing this shit, man. What y'all talking about? There's a lot of people didn't dip into the country before him. So don't. They gotta start looking at what they talking about before they just start acting like these new cats doing all this new shit when they really ain't.
That's what's so cold about this world, man. In my opinion, man, it's like opinions are becoming powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people say things, and you know somebody else might not even feel like that, but they, you know, if it's strongly enough and they make sense, people might be like, yeah, well, maybe I ain't fucking with it neither. Maybe I shouldn't go check it out. Cause like, you know, we was talking about Meek Mills. Goddamn, he got a little feud with academics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they've been having some bullshit going on. I can't even remember what it started off of. But just because of that feud, he's talking about the man album whack and it was rushed and blase laughing at the numbers. But that bitch bang, it go hard. And I really feel it on some personal shit. Cause a lot of shit he talking about,
We got company.
I can feel, I can relate to, so, but it's just crazy how people can say, well, damn, that shit whack, you know what I'm saying, or they don't fuck with it, and, like, you know, shit.
Say, bro, can you go get the dough, please, sir? Or whatever.
I think
I ain't gonna cut it out either.
a lot of people need to start voicing or start thinking for themselves. Like a lot of people listen to shit and just assume it go hard because somebody else said it go hard.
Yeah.
Like even with me and you, like,
Hey, bro, hold that thought. Let's get into that. 'Cause I want to go. We that's something that he brought up. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pick up that on the next segment. BRB. We're
back at you.
Here we go. Anyway, go ahead, bro. What was you finishing off on a while ago?
So yeah, I was just saying, I think people need to start forming their own opinions of what they feel is good, what's bad, like as far as music or books, movies, whatever. I just think people need to start back forming their own opinions instead of going to these critics that making their own opinion. They try to they watch it further. They try to make you or watch it or hear it, or they try to go online and try to persuade you to think that the shit bad or good in their own way.
Yeah.
And to you, it may be garbage. But then all of a sudden, you like, oh, they said it was good. Let me go back and listen to it a couple more times. Maybe I can get into it. Yeah, that's called brainwashing. Yeah. Once you hear some shit over and over again, of course you're going to start like, it's a lot of songs I didn't like at first, but then the more they played them on the radio, I was like, all right, my nigga, you're right. So yeah, it's a part of programming. So that's where I was going with it. How about y'all?
For me, you want to go first? For me, I think it's more like people are too lazy to form their own opinions. You know what I'm talking about? They'd rather hear the opinion of somebody that they agree or feel positively towards, hear their opinion, and then just piggyback off of that shit and regurgitate whatever that person said over and over and over because I believe and I like this person anyway. So I'm just gonna agree with their opinion because she's probably right, and she bring in her opinions on some strong points. Yeah. Only because you didn't watch it for yourself, so she could be leaving shit out. Yeah. That could have proved otherwise, but due to the fact you too lazy to go back and see it for yourself. Because it might be, let's say like they were talking about an hour-long video that was a boring-ass video to watch. But it was important information, but it's boring. If you didn't watch it, the only thing you're going to do are hear different people's opinions of it. Yeah. You're just going to pick one. You know what I'm talking about? And go with it because you didn't watch that shit yourself. Yeah. And that's, to me, that comes from laziness. And then you also got pressure. People want to fit in. So they may feel a certain way about one thing, but they won't say it because these people.
But is that because we live in the time of snippets? Like, you tell somebody an hour or something. Now, an hour seems like a long-ass time when you think about it. But really, it's not. But a lot of people feel like if it ain't like if you see a video, it's a 5-minute clip, 15-minute clip, 30, 45. Yeah. You know what I mean? You probably going to click on the small one first. Be like, let me just go and check what's going on. Yep. And then if that one is good, just like with us, sometimes we got shows it's 40 minutes. Sometimes we got some that's 2 hours. But they hear that 45 minutes of all of us giving our opinion. They like, well, shit, let me go and check out the 2 hours out, see what's going on. And then we got you bitches hooked on the glitch. But, but yeah, that's...
Put some stank on it.
Yeah. How about you, Soup? I was catching me in the middle of drinking.
No, but with everything y'all talking about, it's pretty much like how I feel like the same thing like we were talking about. You know that it's powerful. That's why people do it, and that's why people, put the strong. It's a difference between an opinion and a strong opinion. A strong opinion, it's like you passionate about it. You trying to persuade somebody. Because I can say, you know what? Yeah. Hey, you say, how you like the such and such movie? I said, man, you know what? It was cool, but I ain't really like it. Maybe for you, maybe you would like it though.
Yeah.
That's just an opinion. But when somebody say, man, I wouldn't even watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't waste. You know, it wasn't worth it, or it ain't about. Okay, then maybe it's, you know what I'm saying? Cause just like with Tech-9, I might listen to it and I might be like, but that's your style of rapping. That's you like that. Aggressive, lyrical, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's your style. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna feel it too with some of it.
But I know what you're saying.
But I might not like it like how you like it. But that don't mean that bitch ain't wrong. That's what I was saying.
Both of us might be right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
In your own way.
Yeah.
One thing I know I need to go back and get. The last album of Devin the Dude, I've been slipping. That's my boy. I can't just. Yeah, that's one. That last album might told me about
That nigga's
it.
legendary.
That's what I'm saying. You want them coats.
Yeah.
Like, when you can drop, like, you don't care about the mainstream. You ain't gotta promote it. Like, your fans, when they hear about it.
Yeah. I just said a while ago when I heard about Tech, I got up and I seen Tech-9 because like Spotify creates off of, they don't get some of that old computer shit.
You watch. Yeah,
everything that you listen to, but algorithm. But it does it excellent.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like, so now it's gonna put all this shit together for me and then put together playlists and then to put together my top 10, I think the top 10 releases for that week. Every Friday it does it.
Right.
That it feel like I might be into. But then I got a release radar there to show like all the shit that they think I'm into. But these are the top 10 that it believes. And boy, scrolling across that shit, let me see who dropped some shit today. Goddamn, I seen Tech-9 shit on nigga. Fuck all the rest of that shit, nigga. Click.
Yeah.
So
that nigga drop us a fucking holiday.
Yeah. So I seen this question posed on Facebook. So I'm gonna ask y'all this: what artists, no matter what genre or whatever, do you feel if they walked up to you and said, if you can say my whole song word for word, I give you $2 million, who would it be?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Yep.
You can go
Jack back. I know every motherfucking song.
every motherfucking word.
Every fucking word. Because the reason I know it was after I got chased by them skinheads in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And Jack Back is about him fucking up some skinheads.
Yeah.
And shit, bro. And I listened to that song repeatedly. I wrote the motherfucker down.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling it so good.
Yeah.
And now, I tell y'all, that's one of my daughter's favorite songs now.
Yeah.
She love that goddamn track. But Jack Back is one I think I can get every fucking word for word on that.
What about you, Soup?
He gave me time to think about it. So it's Master P. You know
Master P?
Yeah.
Which song?
Like.
Or just a genres?
Yeah,
like
I heard all of his songs so much, and like he raps so simple and slow, and nigga felt that shit back then though. So I can. If he come out and be like, sing Bourbons and Cadillacs or make him say I'll be like, nigga.
Whoa, back up. You're not gonna sing Make Him Say word for word.
Shit.
Mystical too.
No, he gonna sing about his part.
You said song. He said full
song. Now you gonna miss out on your
full song. Other people got verses on there.
Y'all cheating.
Hold on.
You heard what you want.
How he changed the rules and said we cheating? nigga.
Got milk on
Yeah, Mystical was wrong.
That motherfucker specifically said what artist would you think you can sing their whole song word for word?
Yeah, no.
Features, man. Come on,
But
man.
But see, like, well, can you do Mr. Ice Cream Man? Like that's his whole song by itself. So, I mean, I like P shit. I grew up on that shit.
It's just, he just like he said, he raps so slow, man. You caught them words.
Yeah.
But I used to be the nigga back in the day. Y'all remember this shit that was always correcting niggas when they get Bone Thugs and Harmony shit wrong. I was that nigga.
Boy, you know who used to do that shit? I used to be like, God damn it, why you know every song? Brighter.
Yep.
Brighter used to know every word, everybody song. Them.
That's how I feel about songs, period.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of fucking songs. Like, I know a lot of goddamn songs. When somebody like, this is what they say. People like, I don't care. I'm like, but it feels better when you say the shit the right way. But don't nobody give a fuck but me.
Yeah. Me and Baby sitting in the car. She'll start saying, I was like, what you just say?
Catch your ass.
I be like, that's not what they say. She's like, yeah, they do. I say, I rewind the shit. Yeah, be like, I go find the song and rewind the shit. Correct, like, listen and say the words with it. She like, you always think you right. Yeah, I am.
They used to have lyrics in the CDs, like he said.
Yeah, man, I used to do that shit. I think I can go with Devin the Dude. Yeah. I can rap a lot of his goddamn songs. Shit, old Kanye, old Jay-Z, and old Wayne. If them niggas walked up to me, anyone that walked up to me was like, sing a song.
I go
I be
away.
like, shit,
away.
get my money, let's go. Well, I don't need no music.
I think I got a Gang of Wayne song I can go. Bro, I didn't make it off topic, but I just, like, my heart skipped the beat just now.
Yeah.
I was looking at you. You know how you just move your hand movements?
Yeah.
And I seen that red light going off and on, so my finger was blocking it.
Oh.
Boy, I thought that bitch was on mute again.
So we got to start this shit
Boy, I
all
thought
over
that bitch was on
again.
mute again. I was about to say, goddamn, fuck that microphone. How ass mic. But anyway, that shit went way longer because I didn't get the shit that I wanted to talk about because these niggas was talking about the shit they wanted to talk about.
That's that good shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
now,
shit.
now I know what the fuck I want to talk about.
He mad because he
It
forgot.
wasn't what I had on here. But we can go into this shit though.
Go for
Y'all,
it.
y'all watched Dave Chappelle shit, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did.
Bro, tell me this nigga ain't some sort of genius.
Say.
Yeah.
Boy, say. They can say what they want to say. And he gave a lot of disclaimers in the middle of shit as he was going. And they still mad.
How can you get mad at that shit there? Like, literally, he's specifically telling you, like, look, I want some understanding here.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's y'all get mad at me for saying some shit I don't understand, but nobody's coming out telling me how to understand it. But at the same time, what he said was facts. It was true.
Yep. Now, bro, okay, so the fact that he talking about the gay community a lot, it wasn't nothing bad. He was just like, it's fucked up that the baby get canceled for saying some shit about gay people, but he shot and killed a nigga in Walmart and nothing happened to that.
Oh yeah, nobody give a damn about
You
it.
shot and killed a nigga in Walmart, fine, continue your career. But you talk about you hurt a gay nigga feelings and now your career almost over.
But then you said he snitched a little bit when he said that.
When he said what?
When he said he shot a nigga Walmart.
Oh no, it's a
he
proven
talked
fact.
about-
He's
he talked
already. He
about-
already.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying, like, do you think he should have brought that up? Like,
He
you
said
know,
that-
amongst the hood, you ain't supposed to bring certain shit
He got
up.
a picture with the nigga. You see the
I'm
end
about
of
to
the
say-
segment.
I'm
He
about to
was
say,
like,
yeah,
he cool
yeah.
with
And
that.
he
He
said
probably
it's
was
on.
sitting in the audience.
He said, I don't know the fuck happened at that Walmart. He said that shit in the song.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying. That was another thing some people said online. It was
That
like,
ain't-
dang,
no.
he's trying to snitch on the barrel.
That's
like,
what
no.
I'm saying.
Maybe say it in the
Another people forming stupid ass
Yeah,
opinions
yeah.
because this man is friends with this guy.
Yeah.
And this
At
is
least
an open and
associates.
closed case. You ain't talking about nothing that's still open.
Yeah,
If
ain't
you
no
talking
double
about something
jeopardy.
that's still, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's a proven fact. He had to kill niggas in self-defense. But my opinion about this Dave Chappelle shit, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. First off, a lot of people talk shit and they be like, okay, goat this, goat that. Okay, when they talk about different shit, there only can be one goat. You say greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that in that shit.
Yeah, because they call him that.
That nigga is the GOAT. That nigga is the most, that nigga is hilarious. He's one of the most funniest niggas I ever fucking seen,
Let
bro.
me ask you this. Do goats, since you said that, do goats have generational goats, or are we talking about all around
I'm
goats?
talking about, ain't nobody gonna never top this.
Ain't no such thing as a generational goat.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he
Ain't
may
no-
be the best of that generation, but when you put a time at greatest of all time, you can't be all time if it's only in this generation.
Yeah, but then you got to go back there.
But then, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
But
that's
the
an
term-
argument
yeah,
based
I-
on who's
Pride,
saying it,
you
because
got-
you can say
Yeah,
based on
I
what
hear
generation you
Eddie
in. You
Murphy,
don't know what
you got-
it
I
is.
mean, it's a lot of
a
people
lot of
that's
people.
been considered as the GOAT, or you can say
Until-
your top.
Richard
Until-
Pryor.
Okay,
Richard
okay.
Pryor
I'm just,
was-
I
yeah.
just gotta clear it up because a
Yeah.
lot of people say GOAT. They be
Yeah,
they
Richard
be
Pryor
throwing
was-
GOAT around a lot
Richard
now.
Pryor was the goat until blah
Okay,
blah blah.
okay,
And this
I'll
is the
go
goat
with that.
until.
I go with that. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think nobody fucking with Dave Chappelle, and that ain't only just because of his comedy. It's because of his brilliance behind his
Man, that
comedy.
nigga is so.
You know what I'm talking about?
When you can be so serious and so fucking funny at the same fucking time, bro.
But when you can throw your jokes out and then come back 30 minutes later and revisit that fucking joke,
Same
that
way.
shit is
That's
good.
comedy,
Yeah,
no. That's
damn.
that's part of a stand-up. That's
Like,
stand-up.
how the fuck-
That's classic
How the
stand-up.
fuck you? And it made like, and
If
everybody
you
caught
can't
it.
do that,
Yeah.
your set is not on point. You
No,
know what
bro,
I'm saying?
no.
He was
I
king of that shit.
ain't gonna say if you can't do it, you're saying on point because
You see, Cat Williams do it too a lot.
nah, not to that extent.
You get one punchline, they start off with that, and then you might hear that thing several times throughout that. You know what I'm Just like he had
see,
one
that's-
segment,
but it ain't to
Dave
the shit-
Chappelle, he was talking about kick him in the pussy. He said that, you know what that was the
That's the first one.
punchline.
That's the first one came to my mind.
So kick him in the pussy. So I
He
mean,
said, "I'm gonna use that shit later." and
you
it's gonna
gotta
make
have
sense.
that shit. That's
So-
a part of a stand-up.
So
thing.
my thing is, okay, so they said when Chappelle was out, they were saying Cat Williams was the GOAT.
I never said Cat Williams.
I didn't. I say they said. I didn't say you said. I
But
said
but
they
what,
said.
what I'm saying though is like when they be talking that shit, that ain't no. I don't remember Cat Williams being known as the GOAT across the board.
Nah,
Yeah, he had a
I
good
never
run
considered
though.
him
Yeah, I remember,
that.
I remember, he had, I remember, he had,
But-
I remember he had a good run,
As-
but the people would compare him to like Richard Pryor and all of them, and still say Richard Pryor and them was better than that.
Mike,
You know what I'm talking about?
funnier than that nigga.
Fuck no. Mike Epps. Mike Epps funny nigga in movies maybe, but not in stand-up. Stand-up, no.
No, he's good at certain parts, but his stand-up, like we went live and seen him, and I was just like,
yep, I'm like Mike Epps, and to me,
like,
he cool. He have punchline jokes.
Yeah.
He ain't telling a story. You know, to me, Marco, you said the whole setup.
Right.
He don't do that shit at all.
Right.
He got like one-liner jokes that don't go all together whatsoever.
Right.
Or whatever. So he's not telling a story. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare him to Cat Williams because Cat Williams
No,
funny
not at
as
all.
fuck.
Yeah, not
and
at
he
all.
telling jokes. He telling stories. He doing all of that shit all in one. I'm not, like I said, but I wouldn't, even if, like I said, when he was being tossed around as the GOAT, that was just amongst regular people conversation.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? But like people like Kevin Hart and fucking Dave Chappelle, the reason they do Kevin Hart, I don't think it's because he's funnier than nobody else. It was his level of success. And that's what made us thought, okay, well, maybe it's his level of success. But Dave Chappelle is...
But Kevin Hart on some good ass shows, some specials.
Kevin Hart a monster.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. When
I'm not taking shit from him.
Okay.
I ain't saying that.
But I'll say this.
And he making
a
people
lot
famous.
of comedians downplay Kevin Hart because they saying that
Mainstream.
It's so mainstream funny. Like it's one of those. But
Yep, it ain't.
but to the common man like us, he funny. But
motherfuckers always
when you
gonna
think
hate on
about
somebody that's on the top, bro.
when you think about it,
if he would never been at the top, nobody would never make them comments.
like
He was still doing Soul Train.
his funny.
Plane?
I think it come based off of the fact that, how can I say it? It's more animated, but he almost had the same talking points. Like he talk about his family, shit he know. Like I think he good because he talk about shit he know I can relate to. Like when he talk about his wife and all that shit, I can relate to that and his kids. Like some people can't relate to that because they can't relate to a fucking family life. That's y'all fucking fault. Like we can relate to the gay jokes and all that shit with Dave Chappelle and the shit that really happened to him because we can relate to the shit.
Yeah.
A lot of
true
people
story.
can't relate to some of the shit that other people talking about. Like you talking about some shit that like I'll put it like this. Like if he was doing shit like a rapper, just talking about how much money he spend, I'm like, well, nigga, I don't live that life. I don't spend money like that. That's not funny to me.
Right.
But you talk about your wife and your kids, and goddamn kids giving your nerves.
I'm ready for your next show.
That shit is hilarious.
I'm ready for your next show.
So I mean,
Well, I had another point on that Dave Chappelle. My first point that he is the greatest of all time. And I think he's the funniest person I met this far. I mean, that I've known about, and I know old shit. I watch old shit and, and all that shit. But I don't think that dude want to be famous no more. I think he's trying to go out. I think he's sick of, kind of like how he was when he walked away and because he's sick of all this shit. That story he told about that transgender, that was a true story.
Yeah, it was,
But he made it comical, he made it funny, and these motherfuckers still coming for him. They put a petition in to get that shit removed off of Netflix.
Yeah.
That's why I want to talk about it. That's the main reason I want to talk about it. Because it's like, what can you do to win? Like, what can you do to win?
I mean, I know he went pretty hard though, bro. He went hard to the degree he knew he was gonna get some backlash, and I felt like it was intentional. I think he like, man, fuck it, I'm going out. That's why
I believe that. He said this may be my last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured he knew it was gonna come. He knew they were gonna try to cancel his ass.
Yeah, he said that shit too. They asked them, they gonna cancel that one.
Yeah.
He said, so yeah, I agree with that shit, man. But like I said, it's just the fact that like that there is no right answer. This man is clearly trying to make men like help me understand type shit. And he even started calling himself. He's like, fuck it, I guess I'll be a transphobe then. Yeah. Or whatever. But when that motherfucker said that shit about the impossible pussy. Oh, yeah. You think of that shit? Bro, he's like, for them do for you, like, if you were a man and you're a woman now, I'm not going to say that it's not pussy, but, it's like, is it? It's like impossible pussy or like beyond pussy.
That shit is hilarious. Like, it's because it's not real. Like you took... I seen the video of how they make them shits. I was just curious. I was just like, how the fuck they turn a man into a woman? I watched the fucking thing. I was like, that shit is weird as fuck. Like, the fact that y'all thought up a procedure to do this, it's weird as fuck as me. Like, do you... I don't even want to go into all that. Like, the whole situation is weird to me. And then when you turn a woman into a man... Then you put this foreskin and all this shit on this that they gotta use, all that shit, that's a lot to be doing. Like, you really want to be somebody else, you go through all that shit. Like, I can see why a lot of the motherfuckers be walking around with still dressed looking like female but still got dicks. Like, that's a lot of shit to go through.
Right. I respect that more, bro, because it's like, damn, that's more natural, that's more original. All this new shit, what it is. But at the same point, like you said, you can't say no wrong or no right shit about it. So some shit I feel like, just to protect yourself, you shouldn't even speak on that shit at all. I mean, we like freedom of speech. Yeah, it's free, but it's not really free, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pay the price to somebody. Like, even if, like, you know, somebody you work with may not like it, or somebody you know, it's people always piss off somebody doing something, bro. With that, so something like that, unless you want the smoke, I wouldn't even give it no attention. You know what I'm saying? Not publicly. You know what I mean?
I seen the most randomness, but made more sense to me than anything else. It was a gay dude, dressed feminine as hell, but had a girlfriend that was a stud. They were a couple.
They was together.
That was the most randomness, but made the most fucking sense to me than anything else I ever seen. I know it sounds weird, but my thing is, it's still a man and a woman. If he want to get pegged, it's a woman pegging him. But if she want to get strapped on, whatever. No, I mean, it's like y'all still got the comparing parts, but y'all just both want to be who y'all are. Right. That made more sense to me than anything else. I know I'm not trying to force this on anybody. Like, I'm not saying
it's your opinion, bro.
There's my opinion, but a man and woman still together, but they both living their truth, but they still like each other. That made more fucking sense to me than anything else.
Yeah.
They were they were being who they are, but they were being who they are together. Right. And ain't nobody have to worry about trying to make pieces together to fit.
For me, the way I see it is like, shit, I don't even try to understand nobody's situation, no goddamn. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, if it don't make sense to me, I can't give it enough energy to realize it don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't gonna remember this shit. I ain't gonna think nothing of this. I'm supposed to go home and whatever I'm supposed to do when I get home, that's what the fuck I'm supposed to do. But that shit ain't fit to be part of it. So it really don't. Because there's a lot of shit out here that don't make sense.
Yeah.
And then once you get so much shit that don't make sense, you go fuck yourself over. Mm-hmm. That whole, you know, people say knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. Whatever. It kind of, it is, but it's pain. It come at a cost, come at a price. Yeah. I'm talking about, because to me, the better sense, you know how people say ignorance is bliss? Mm-hmm. You can't have both of them. Because the thing is, well, I guess you kind of can. Because here's the thing, I'd rather be on the ignorant, blissful side than a knowledge. People say, oh, knowledge, power, the more you know. I got you on that shit. But these niggas is happy over here.
Yeah, knowing shit can
You're talking about, then you start, perfect example is, remember when we was kids, we used to go outside and run in the street and shit, walk across the street, go to the gas station, buy cigarettes for our grandparents, bring them back. We used to do all that shit. Talk to grown people, being in there with crackheads, didn't realize what the fuck was going on. Yeah. Until the news showed us, half these people we talking to are fucking sex offenders, murderers, and kidnappers and all that shit there. Then it's like, oh well, shit, we can't let our kids go outside no more. We was happy doing that bullshit because we did not fucking know. And now that we got this knowledge, we can't go out there and do this shit because we know.
That's what I say. Knowledge, power, ignorance, bliss. Yeah. Go talk to somebody that quote unquote woke. They first year they start reading to the shit. Go talk to them. That shit is not okay. That first year, you looking through this shit like all this shit is a facade. Like it's just like a real eye opener, man. That shit. That first year, you'll fuck around.
First year of what now?
Just some people saying they basically being woke, actually paying attention to the world, actually unplugging themselves and seeing the fucking little shit that the media and the world do to try to fuck you and all that shit, and just knowing who you are. That first year, you just be looking at like people come out talking about Christmas and all that shit. You be looking at like Thanksgiving, like that shit, like it's
and then after a while, like okay, they got their thing going.
Yeah, you gotta let them live. You gotta let them other people live and we put up a Christmas tree and
until you know better when you do better.
I don't think we put a Christmas tree up in 8 years.
God damn, I'm ready to get mine down soon as Thanksgiving over.
Yeah. Well, I ain't put up a Christmas tree in 8 years, man. My kids, but we still go because my mama likes celebration. Like I go ahead and give my kids gifts.
Yeah, I know you keep doing the festivities.
I'm not gonna deny them no shit like that because of something I believe or disbelieve in. So, but yeah, man, that shit. But yeah, just opinions of fact of what if he want to do. That's his comedy. If you didn't like it, don't fucking watch it. He's been talking about almost the same shit every time.
That's a good ass point.
Why the fuck are you watching?
Why are you watching until get mad?
Yeah. Let me see what he talking about. Like you already came in it with your chest poked out, with your lip down and shit. Come on, man. But yeah, that shit
poked out and lipped out.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That was deep. That was some deep ass shit.
Yeah, man.
Because I didn't know we was about to go there. So we'll be right back, y'all. All right, we'll take a break. All right, y'all. We back. So check this out. I work at L3 or whatever. Go to work Friday. Niggas protesting out there because they got that vaccine mandate. You know what I'm saying? And so when I seen that, all the fucking vaccine mandate articles and shit popping up.
Yeah.
Whatever. And bro, I'm not knocking nobody for what you do because I ain't got the shot either. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not knocking you for what you do. But whatever decision you make, you got to be able to handle that shit.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are saying, I don't want to get the vaccination, but then upset that they get fired. Now, they go home, now they can't pay their bills. These motherfuckers put up GoFundMe accounts.
I gotta find out that that's fall under insubordination. Does that fall? What does it fall on? Do they have to?
Tell
pay
me
you
what kind of punishment?
Yeah, like do they have to?
Not,
Are you
not
able
if
to
they
get
fired
unemployment?
you. Not if they. Oh, yeah, unemployment. Oh, okay.
Yeah, are you able to get unemployment if they release you for not taking the vaccine? Because
Well, it's kind of considered being fired.
yeah,
It's been fired, and it's not being. It's not like you act up, you to raise hell. You just chose not to do this, so they fired you. So I would think you could still get it.
either that or lawsuits coming if you don't pay them people.
Yeah,
I mean,
but here's my thing though. Like I said, you gotta be prepared or have something. I ain't gonna say you have to be prepared because I understand that that's your decision you want to make. But how can you? How can I word it? How can you quit your job, knowing you have to quit your job, and then put up a GoFundMe account and want people who still at work to pay your bills?
I wouldn't do a GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
that part. You know, I ain't saying don't do it because you go find some other form of some
Yeah,
of way to make some money, some kind of way, whatever. But you putting up a GoFundMe, which is people paying your shit that decided to go get the vaccine because there's a bunch of people who go get the vaccine who didn't want it, but decided to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
So you want money from these people because you didn't do it?
A lot of people are getting money from people that decide not to do it.
From who?
I just think like if you do a GoFundMe, that means they those people are going along with your plan. Like those are people that may be still working that didn't have to get the vaccine but chose not to. That they are supporting you for not doing. I don't think people that got the vaccine is gonna support that shit.
I hope not.
I don't think that's where the money's coming from. I think it's coming from people that like, well, shit, I wouldn't have did either. Here you some money. Like I don't think it's somebody that got the shit and was like, well, they shouldn't have fired you because you did. I got mine, but let me give you some money anyway. They'd be like, you should have. I did it. That's what they would. That's what they would feel.
Yeah, I had to do that shit.
So I mean,
that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like nigga, because I don't want the motherfucker.
Yeah.
But they come to me and be like, hey, nigga, you go get that shot or you can't work here.
Get that bit.
Yeah, hook me up, nigga.
GoFundMe the stupidest shit I couldn't. When it first came out, it was cool, but like a couple years after that, when you start hearing people hitting these things, putting up dumb shit and getting 30, 40, 50,000, and then there's some people put up some real shit, man.
Yeah.
Some going through some real shit, and they can't get $100 or $200. So that shit always been like just like some white privilege shit. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like they the main people that can just put up shit like that and really get some people that gonna give them some money, you know what I'm saying? Because other than that, black people, they leave your ass hanging shit. They don't give a damn shit.
Yeah, true story.
You know, but nah, that shit dumb.
Like I said, I'm still fighting going against that, getting that shit. I forgot we get flagged if we say that.
Yeah.
I forgot about going on against that, getting that shit. But I don't know, man. I'm still on the fence. I'm still waiting to see what they're gonna do. They ain't made me yet.
That's what I'm waiting on.
I'm waiting on it. We're gonna have to see it. Right now, I'm real raw. Like I ain't taking it, but I'm just gonna have to see what's gonna happen. I'm like, can I take my sick days and give me a chance to think about this shit? Or y'all just gonna let me go? If y'all gonna let me go, do I get paid? I mean, if you gonna fire me because I ain't did nothing, I go to work. I'm doing my job.
Yep.
I just don't want to get this part done. So what's gonna be the thing? And like he said, shit, I'm gonna take the consequences come with it. But shit, I'm a hustler. You can't stop me from working. Like I'm gonna get some type of something. Like, but by hook or crook, I'm
hook or crook. Goddamn.
Like say, if it's McDonald's or some
pay
shit,
bills.
fuck y'all. But if it's $30, $40 an hour, man, then might as well. I'm at this point, shit, shoot me up. If I die, fuck it. What it is. I mean, I'm going out trying to do the right thing, trying to keep food on the table. Like you say, ain't finna go around here. You know what I'm saying? Big and then goddamn me looking stupid just sitting on the couch because I want to be too proud for all I care about what other people think. Because at the end of the day, People ain't gonna pay your bills, man. You gotta. I ain't saying that.
But
I
I
don't
don't
nobody
necessarily,
who don't want to say it.
I'm just saying
it
may not necessarily be what somebody else said. It just like people still don't know what's in that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know here's my thing when people be like, oh, I don't know what's in it. You don't know what's in the flu shot. You don't know, bitch, I don't know what's in my motherfucking pork chop either.
Yeah.
You right.
But I trust that motherfucking pork chop.
I know if you burn the shit long enough, the shit come up out of there.
Don't it? I trust this motherfucker more than I trust that shit.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
That's what it is. I trust other shit. I don't get the flu shot. I trust my aspirin more than I get that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the flu, if you're giving me the flu shot, I know this motherfucker been around. I might not trust the motherfucker that much, but I know this bitch. I don't know what's in it, but I know the flu shot has been around for forever. You know what I'm talking about? This hasn't. This just came out, so it's like don't nobody know what's gonna happen to me 3 years from now. Do I get teeth around the edge of my ears or some shit?
Like where was the Ebola vaccine at?
Where the goddamn the herpes vaccine at?
Yeah. Where the what's that? The bird flu, the swine flu. Mm-hmm. Where are all these vaccines at? I'm just asking. There's been a lot of shit that came up that was killing people, but ain't nobody made a vaccine for none of this shit.
Just now coming up across the shit from HIV now. They just not coming out with that shit.
They could have cured that shit.
Exactly, but they just not putting that shit out. So
it goes so low that you possibly wouldn't be able to transfer it to others. You got the goddamn cure. Just give the people that shit so we can. Y'all just want to keep making money off people suffering. That's how my whole thing. Like, and everybody was like, well, if they giving this out for free, okay, they giving it out for free, but you don't know who paying for it for them to have it.
And why?
Yeah, like
why this shit free but everything else ain't?
Like it's a lot of shit free in this world I wouldn't take.
It went from being free to we'll pay you to take it. That shit don't sound suspicious,
boy.
But then don't it cost now?
No,
I think it's still free. It's still free right now. Right now. But I promise you, when they make it mandatory nationwide for you to go anywhere with, then you got to pay for that motherfucker.
My thing is they at my job they did 20 people get $10,000 $20,000 a piece to 20 people. In a contest, if you got the jab. So you mean to tell me you telling me if all these people nationwide, y'all gonna pick 20 people, if y'all decide to get this, we gonna give you $20,000.
Who run that contest?
My job. Oh, wow. I was like, now if you say guaranteed, I probably be like 20,000 for guaranteed.
Yeah. But there's a chance.
But there's a chance you may not be able to get it. But I was like,
that's some bullshit. They offered some teachers $500, and that might be paid out over time, and then they turn around and tell, oh yeah, some students can get it too. We give you $50. What the fuck is a $50? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that shit.
But the fact that you offering anything to get the shot.
Yeah, like it's suspect. Yeah. It got to be suspect. Like I said, it just something don't sit right with me. So I'm gonna chill for a little bit. As long as my wife got it. I seen how she reacted to it the first couple times she got it with them shaking and shiverings. I'm cool. I'm cool on it. I'm just. She was over there, had 3 blankets on herself, sitting on the couch.
Wow.
It's cold. I'm turning the AC up to 70. She up in there just.
This is up to 70. Nigga, mine don't go lower than 71.
68 around my house.
This nigga's I turned it up to 70.
Yeah, the 68. I'm fat. I get hot quick.
But anyway, we're talking about shots and shit. It's story time.
Go for it.
Let me see something right quick. I gotta put that shit on there. But anyway, so a long time ago, like I said, speaking of taking shots, this is for my military partners, Peter Williams, Chris Josephson, and I haven't heard from what was Ely first name? Quincy, I think. Well, Quincy Ely, black dude. So this is how this night started off. Ely birthday.
Yeah.
What's the situation? Ely birthday? So I had two different situations with Ely. Yep, it was. It was the same weekend, but different times. Anyway, so his birthday, he wanted to go out and get some, but we in a group of white people.
Yeah.
So white people like, bro, you should go to a strip club. I'm thinking like, nigga, you got a better chance of getting some ass at a regular club than you do a strip club.
They doing their job.
Yeah, and you can say whatever you want to. They done heard all that shit before.
Yep.
Or you got to pull out a stack like that to get some. You know what I'm talking about? So, and then if you do get some, nigga, who was in it just before you? Right. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, and he ain't trying to hear that shit because the white boy pumping his head up.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we leave out. Oh, I said we leave out. I left off a huge detail. We're training to go to Afghanistan at this time. Training to go to Afghanistan, that's not the huge detail just yet. Huge detail is we supposed to be asleep. We stole the van off the military base to go clubbing. or whatever. So
this is statute of limitations.
I'm retired, nigga.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Anyway, what they gonna do? Take my rank? But anyway, so we go out. I wasn't prepared for this shit. For some reason these niggas had already had this shit under control and knew they brought clothes. You don't fucking bring clothes to go train in the field.
Yeah.
These niggas brought civvies and shit, civilian clothes and shit. So I went out my uniform. At this time, I wasn't drinking at the time, so it didn't make a difference what uniform or not, because enough it to be sauced.
Yeah.
We get to this bar we're in San Antonio, so we go to this bar on the Riverwalk. It's a pub. It's like an Irish pub. If you take the entrance to the Riverwalk right in front of the Alamo, and you go to the right, it's a pub right there on the corner. We went there. We get in, and Ely and Josephson sitting at the table, or whatever. They drinking, doing their little shots. Me and Pete go to the bartender, come out to give me a Shirley Temple, nigga. That was my shit, or whatever. Give me a Shirley Temple, but make sure the bartender put it in a shot glass, one of them wine glasses, with one of them big ass ice cubes, so it looked like I had an old fashioned from over there.
Yeah.
It looked like I had some good shit up in here, but it was just soda pop or whatever. So anyway, as I'm sipping my drink or whatever, Pete, white boy, his last name Williams too. This motherfucker get a hair in his ass and sees this old white lady just staring at me. Mm-hmm. He's like, bro, what the fuck is she looking at you for? And I'm like, hell, I don't know. Fuck, I don't care. Whatever. So as I'm sipping my drink, I go to tell him some shit, and I look over, he ain't here no more. This motherfucker wanted to go ask her. What the fuck she looking at me like? He went to go ask her. And she's like, my husband is a major, and he's in here drinking in his uniform. And he's like, your husband's major, so what's your rank? And she was like, it's my husband's a major. He's like, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I was like, this motherfucker. Fuck out. So that situation happens. Of course, she's uncomfortable. She gets up and she leaves. So I go over there. He's like, yeah, man, fuck that bitch. Let's go have another drink. He go get him another shot. And then he gets some shit in a glass or what. I don't know what the fuck it was. It took him a little bit longer. We walking around the club. There's these two dudes talking to this one chick or whatever. He's like, hey, man, I don't think I like those dudes over there. I'm thinking to myself, like, the fuck? What'd they do to you? He's like, yeah, my bad. You're right. Now I'm certain I don't like them. I was like, what the reason? I'm going to go tell him. I was like, oh, here we go. This is where this shit going to go down at.
So he was on one.
Yeah. But if you knew him, always on one or whatever. So we walk over there. And the two dudes are right here, and it's the chick right here. She worked there. Now, you were familiar with that boy. The girls wear skirts with have their cheeks hanging at the bottom. So, of course, everybody flirting with him. He set his drink down on the table, like you're one of the dudes and another dude there. He set his drink down on the table and just turned his back to them while they talking to the girl and started talking to the chick or whatever. While they right there. So they just kind of looking like, what the fuck? So they look at him, they look at me, they look at him, and they just walk off. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say that, they didn't want to fight because of you. Maybe they just like, I don't want no trouble tonight. This motherfucker clearly looking for something. Then he told the chick, he's like, well, I really didn't want to talk to you. I just didn't like those guys.
So she like, you fucking about tips.
Bro, I ain't even a quarter of the way done yet. Yeah. So after that situation happened, he walked around, he like, bro, now she's fucking hot or whatever. And I'm looking for who he's talking about. And I'm like, I don't see what the fuck you talking about. I'm like the chick right there with the dude. He like, yeah. Like, bro, she with a boyfriend. Like, bro, they stand up. That's why I didn't even look at her because he wasn't talking about her.
Yeah.
In my mind.
He couldn't have been.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, this fake, you know, see you in a bar in a club, loud music, to hear each other, you gotta be close.
Yeah.
They face to face like this and both of them leaning up against the wall. So he walk over there, stand right in front of them. Like they're leaning up against the wall facing each other. He kind of stand like right here, looking at both of them while they talk. She'll say something, he'll say something. She'll say something, he'll say something. Yeah. She'll say something. Before he can respond, he's like, hold on. So you want to dance with me or what? Yeah. And I'm standing there like, I can't believe this motherfucker. She's like, well, I don't know how to dance, but she's looking at him like, I can't believe, like, you got nerve, but she's looking at her boyfriend like you ain't gonna say shit. Yeah. To him, the boyfriend standing there like, and the thing about it is, I'm with him, but they didn't know that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Because I wasn't side with him. I was like, oh, like if y'all was the people talking, I was like at that table, and then the bar, that's far. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so she was like, well, no, I don't know how to dance. He's like, well, I can teach you how to dance. And the dude was still right there this whole time, mind you.
Not saying that.
Not saying a bitch ass thing or whatever. And she's like, well, no. He's like, I tell you what, if you don't think I can teach you, I got a black friend over there. He can teach you how to dance. I'm like, this motherfucker. And she still rejected him. It's funny, motherfucker. Still rejected him. And he's like, man, I couldn't get her to dance with me for anything. I'm like, bro, I heard it. You're not whispering whatsoever. So anyway, I go get Josephson and Ely. I'm like, y'all, let's get ready to go. I think Pete done. Not done for the night. Done with this bar.
Yeah.
Done here. Or whatever. But to me, look how long I've been talking about this shit. You would think we're done for the night. So anyway, we walk up out the bar, and I see this woman, she grabbed the other woman on a titty or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, so that's how y'all get down here in the river walk at nighttime? Yeah. Just making a comment. She's like, you want to do it? I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. Or whatever. Not that I wouldn't want to, but it's more, to me, it's like, I don't get nothing out of that.
Right, just touching on titties.
Yeah, but you ain't fit to arouse me and send me on my goddamn way or whatever. So like, I ain't getting nothing out of this shit. So I was like, no, I'm fine. So she grabbed my hand and put it on there. As soon as she did that shit, Pete drunk ass woke up. He was like, why the fuck you didn't tell me I grab the titties? Or whatever. I want to do it. And the lady was like, I don't mind or whatever. And then her husband walked up. Or whatever. No, it still wasn't no trouble. Her husband walked up and he was like, well, fuck, I don't give a damn. I'm going to go home and get to play with him. He said, you guys get to go home and think about it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Confident ass
I was
shit,
like,
man.
all right. And Pete had that sour look on his face. So anyway, we walk out. He got toothpick in his mouth. The bouncer standing there. The bouncer telling everybody, hey, y'all have a good night. All right, y'all have a good night. Cheesing, smiling, shaking hands and shit. Yeah. Pete get his drunk ass over, took the toothpick out of his mouth and throw it at him. Bow. You fucking right we're leaving and you didn't kick us out. I was like, bro, that motherfucker didn't think that he kicked us out, man. He's like, well, now I know he doesn't think it. And you goddamn right he didn't. I'm like, goddamn, I got a fucking piss. He walked over to the Riverwalk and attempts to piss in the Riverwalk. How do you attempt to piss in the Riverwalk? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
This motherfucker pulled his dick out, not all the way, just halfway. To him, it was all the way. And he peeing like halfway on himself, but it's sprinkling in the water. But more of the pee is getting on him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how drunk he is. The black dude, Ely, he drunk as fuck too, decided to come over there and try to push us both in the Riverwalk. And then nasty ass water. I get pissed. I'm about to knock this motherfucker. Yeah, try. Yeah. I'm about to knock this motherfucker out. I'm like, this motherfucker drunk. I'm letting him slide. What does Pete say? Fuck no. That motherfucker made me piss on myself. Motherfucker made me piss on myself. So he went over there, no lie, put that motherfucker head right where he pissed at, and then just dropped them on the ground. Both of them laying on the ground drunk. And I was telling them, I'm like, hey man, y'all might want to get the fuck up, because the bouncer, this is all right in front of that pub right there. We ain't went no goddamn where or whatever. I think the bouncer calling the cops. Ely got his black ass up and went on. Pete, he's white. Fuck the goddamn cops. You got it, bro. Yeah. So we all, it's me, Joseph, and Ely, we walking off, and then he was like, man, fuck you guys, I'll come. He finally got his ass up, we walked off. Now, we're leaving the Riverwalk. We got a fucking church van, you know, with 3 rows and shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, we got one of them hoes. We head off, I'm like, where we going next? Whatever, they'd like to go to that strip club over there by Cowboys. I'm familiar with San Antonio, Eric, I used to live there.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. Cowboys is a big ass redneck club, huge as shit. It's nice, cool. I went there a couple times too. When I say about rednecks, I play honky tonk music and stuff in there. So the parking lot, so I pulled up at the strip club right next to there. Pulled up at the strip club and I'm about to park, and they're like, no, you can't park there, that's valet. I was like, oh, where can we park? They're like, well, the whole parking lot is valet. The fuck? All right, well, I'm gonna go park at Cowboys. So I dropped them off. Mind y'all, Ely got my ID card. This is how you know that they think all niggas look alike. Because he ain't 21. Yeah. He's been using my ID card to do everything. Yeah. To drink and shit. So anyway, I parked the van over there. And just as I'm getting out of the fucking van to walk to the club, these niggas walking back at me. I'm like, oh shit, cool. They waiting on me because I wouldn't have known where the fuck they was at anyway. But as I get closer, they're not slowing down. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? They're like, fucking Ely went to show him the ID and threw up all over the goddamn bouncer. Kicked all of them out. Whatever, I'm like, oh, ain't that about a bitch. So anyway, we hop back up in the van, we ready to pull off, and we see some damsels in distress in the parking lot. Or whatever, so we pull over, go get our little Mac game going. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Clean my eyebrows up and shit. Remember those dope bit minutes? Man, get to the fucking part. Yeah. But anyway, so we hop out like everything good. They were clearly in distress though. Like somebody bust their window out. It was like, y'all good by yourself or whatever. And they was like, nah.
Warren G type shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pack up because it's on.
NAT, yep. Had to go get them. Or whatever. So anyway, we pull up and we ask them what's going on. It's like somebody bust out our window and stole my purse, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to one of them. It's kind of chilly out there. I give her the top of my uniform. Pete talking to one of them. She kind of got a jacket on, so she good. Or whatever. So we just chit-chatting. Josephson hop his ass about the van. He hop in her car. So, well, he's sitting on the ground, but reaching in her car. Like you sit on like you're reaching under the seat or whatever. But he was picking up the glass off her floor with his bare fingers. So as we're chit-chatting, we watching this motherfucker like, what the fuck is going on here? Asking, so y'all call the cops and things like, yeah, they're on their way and blah, 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 stuff, good stuff. Whatever. So I asked her how old she was, and she said she's 17. I was like, oh, let me get that back. Put my shit back on. Like, okay, all right, it's time for us to go. Yeah. And they wasn't tripping. They completely understood. They wasn't like, oh my God. And I said, they was like, oh yeah, okay, it's fine. Like, I get it. Josephson, we got to get this nigga out of there. Like, hey man, get the fuck up and let's go. And finally get over, go. He's like, bro, those girls were all over me. What? No, they was not. Like at all. In any form or whatever. You look at your fingertips. Them hoes bleeding. Yeah. Or whatever. So he's like, man, let's just go to another strip club. Thinking like, no, ain't time to go back because it's like 1:30 in the morning now. Yeah. On a Wednesday. We got to get up at 6. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we hit another strip club. I'm like, I'm going to go chill out here in the van with this and y'all go ahead and go do your thing. They're like, man, just come on in. I tell you what, I pay for you if you come. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I go in. We sitting there chilling at this one table. And it's all lights off, so it's dark in there. Yeah. We see this fucking 2-piece bikini just kind of floating towards us and shit. Or whatever. It was like a neon pink or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, it was just a dark-skinned chick. She was black motherfucker. Whatever. When I say black motherfucker, the only reason I say it like that because she had the attitude to match the ugly shit that she looked like. Yeah. Or whatever. So anyway, so she come up to us and was like, you want to dance? I'm like, nah, I'm just here supporting my partners and shit, and we about to get deployed, blah, blah, blah. She's like, so do you want to dance or not? I said, what the fuck? I said, I'm still being nice. So I'm like, I tell you what, this was his idea to come to the strip club. So holla at my friend right there, Chris. He's the one looking for the strippers. Or whatever. And she's like, okay, fine. Shit, hold on right quick, y'all. She's like, okay, fine, hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, yes, okay, my bad. Here we go. All right, so my bad. So anyway, we in there, and I said, that's the dude that you're looking for right there. And so she go over and talk to him, and she's like, hey, you looking for a dance? And he was like, not right now, I just want to chill right now, kind of feeling the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Trying to break the ice, be cool, or whatever. He's like, yeah, where most of the people at? And she hit him up with, well, are you looking for the guys or the women? Because I'm one of the strippers right here in front of her. He's like, listen, I was trying to be nice. I just don't want to dance from you. I was like, damn. But it's just like, attitude for nothing. Yeah, it's like, goddamn, like we told you we chilling right now. We being polite. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he finally get him a dance or whatever from some tick old bitty chick. But her booty was like round as these windows and shit. Just straight, like you can see the whole thong type shit when she turned around and walk off. So we leave. Now, we head back to the base. It's like 2:30 in the morning now. Pete drunk as shit or whatever. We get back to the gate. Everybody asleep, thank God. They knocked out. I handed my ID card, go through the gate, park the van. I helped Ely, drunk ass, because Ely didn't even get out and go into his strip club. He was still in the car, sleeping in his own throw up and shit in the van or whatever. So I parked the van. I get in, help Ely wrestle himself in and get to his bed or whatever. He was aware then that, okay, I need to be careful. Hopped in his bed, covered him up. As soon as I laid down and covered myself up, Pete and Josephson are in the building next to me. And these buildings are probably, the whole building is about the size of this living room. Yeah. And it's just cots. And so people got their cots and stuff in there. Whatever. So the building next to us ain't but like right where the kitchen is, so they just a whole bunch of small buildings like that. Bro, as soon as I lay down, all I hear is, who turned the fucking lights off in here? God damn it, he over there kicking over cots and shit. Bro, he in there with the rank. Yeah. He in there with the rank and shit. Or whatever. He kicking over cots, acting a goddamn fucking fool over there. Or whatever. So I'm pretending to be asleep the whole time. I get up, and the next morning, go out there formation and shit. This motherfucker still running laps around the building. Yeah. They tore his ass up. But he didn't snitch. Yeah. He took it all on himself.
What he was out with? 12 y'all was doing, you know that.
Yeah, so he held it all on himself, so shout out. Yeah. Right. We sure appreciate you with your punk ass. With the Indiana with that same cat. Same situation up there. Motherfucker doing shit.
Night,
that motherfucker a wild motherfucker, boy. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, our next segment, we're going to get into these meat and potatoes or whatever. We'll discuss the topic when we get there. Be right back. All right. Let's talk about some shit that I feel like is important to everybody's community. Go ahead. This was his topic, so you can go ahead and bust them out on it with us.
Okay, so we're going to that. Yeah. So what would it take in this day and age to get back to when you were younger, when the grandmamas and stuff, everybody get at the house, kids sleep on the couch, foot to foot, floor to floor, head to head, just all the way down the hallway. What will it take for us to get back to that point in this world?
Do you feel like you got a response for it, or you just wanted to hear mine?
Well, I'll let y'all go first.
Damn, man, I wasn't want to put on blast. I shouldn't have asked that shit.
Well, yeah.
I should have just said, what you think?
Yeah.
But no, in my opinion, bro, I think the pace of life sped up because of inflation. I blame all that shit on inflation to a certain extent. Like, for example, when we was growing up, like, we seen our mom and them work and bust their ass and work hard to try to get better things. Well, guess what? We got them better things they were fighting for. But look at the cost it took for us to get it. Like, we had to go get real jobs. Yeah. You can't afford. Now, if you living in Dallas, you can't afford to just have that regular job where you can be home to put together family gatherings. Yeah. Or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Because once you get off of work, you got to cook for your kids and check their homework and chores, and that's over with. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We can have family reunions once a year, whatever, but everybody's so scattered now because that's just where their careers took them. Yeah. And that's due to inflation. People got to have to make enough money to basically survive better than what it was before. And it's just everybody inching and getting better and better, but prices are so going higher and higher. But as people are getting better, going to school, getting more education to find better jobs, these jobs are spreading us more out across the country by meaning United States versus the country by Marshall. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, in my opinion, I think the pace of life sped up, not intentionally, but people want more, and to get more, shit costs more, and you got to do different shit, and we can't just all be in the house together no more. We can still make it happen from time to time.
Well, I get the economic part. So my whole thing was because, you know, Granny was able to bring everybody together. You know what I mean? And then Granny knew how to call Auntie and then the uncles and all that stuff, and knew how to draw everybody together. Oh, shit, I think it's more or less of an economic thing than just a communication or they on that bullshit over there. We doing our thing over here.
I was just about to say sensitivity.
I mean? Like, yeah, so
I was about to say sensitivity play a part. I ain't calling that motherfucker. I called it nigga last time he ain't come.
Right. So I know that's what I was thinking. It was more that it's to the point where everybody's been so spread out that everybody's in their own groups. Like this auntie, uncle over here with this, that cousin and auntie over here with them, and it's all spread out instead of everybody coming together. And it's more like, it seemed like cliques have became in the family. You know what I mean? Like almost like a high school type of situation. Yeah. So I don't know if it's one of those things where we got to break those barriers and go be around somebody you're not comfortable being around. You know what I mean? Like maybe, you know, somebody that may be on some hood shit, but you try to stay away from that shit. But maybe just make guys
for the family gathering, you can put that shit together.
Just go kick it.
You put your shit to the side, I'm gonna put my shit to the side. This might be a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, when everybody come together, because we all grew up on the same basic values. Yeah. In our family, we did shit, you know. So I think if we all come together, like if little cliques start breaking off with two with other people and bringing everybody together, I think all the families, this is my particular family, I think all our family can come together and just everybody can be around. But I know it's a lot of people spread out. But I just think it basically comes down to more communication versus, like live communication on the phone or in person, not via Facebook. Via Facebook make everybody feel they close together, but really we apart. So I just think it's one of those things that everybody needs to start. I know it's a lot of us, so I think everybody needs to start like branching off to different relatives, and then once it's said and done, maybe everybody will show up to the family reunion. Cause hell, you'll pay to go on a trip somewhere else. You just won't pay to go see your family. So yeah, and then letting it be known ahead of time what's going on, so people can have time to plan or not. Cause some people that's get it out. Some people just ain't showing up. Can't do nothing about that shit. But I think, like, there's no way if you got nieces and nephews, they don't know each other. You know what I mean?
But you also got to think about it, too. Who was taught how to plan all that shit? Did they pass that shit down? You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot goes into that, and I ain't going to lie to you, family or no family, I'm not willing to go through the stress and the hassle to put this shit together, and then when I do, niggas be like, oh, I was supposed to pay for that shit? Right. I didn't know I had to. Like, y'all thought this shit was free?
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna pay your family dues.
Yeah, you talking about y'all thought, like, somebody, this money, how you think we got this building? All of this food to feed people. Yeah. The money gotta come from somewhere, and people don't believe that, the people that wanna think it's free. And nigga, I'm not gonna do that shit every year. You know what I'm talking about? I already know what the fuck it is. Cause I can't even get a fucking basketball team together. I can't get 5 motherfuckers to pay. I can give them 3 months ahead of time. Hey, January, we got the new league starting, January 12th. Yeah. I need your money by January 12th. January 12th, I'm like, hey, bro, I ain't got that $30. that I'm supposed to pay for. I can see if it was a big sum, but can you hold me over? Like, nigga, you had 3 months to save $30.
That's $5 a week.
You know what I'm talking about?
You would have had it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? So niggas just like that type of shit. Like, I ain't me. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people with that mentality, especially when you can. I just think people got different mentalities, Dave. When life sped up, people started thinking differently. Like, I'm not fit to go out there and deal with these people gossiping. I got my lifestyle the way I want to do this shit, the way I want to do it, and I don't need them over there judging me, so I'm not going to come to that shit no way. You know what I'm talking about? The only people who would be there would be the old people, because the old people are the ones that don't mind talking shit about you behind your back and they acting like they never said nothing. You know what I'm talking about? They don't mind that shit. So nowadays, people, if I'm going to talk some shit, or more people, or if I'm going to talk some shit about you, I just ain't going to hang around you. I probably won't say it to your face, but I don't want to be around you if I don't like you that much. So that could spread shit out, because people are starting to become closer with friends more than family. Yeah. Because now you realize, like, hold on, I can choose the people
I want to be around.
I want to be around somebody. It ain't got to be just somebody that I don't like because we bleed the same, because we was born into the same family. Yeah. But we ain't shit alike. I mean, I think it's pros and cons. So but us, I know from what you're speaking on, we had a tight-knit ass family. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? But I just think the place is like, look at your house. Yeah. Look at where we stay at now. We done came up or whatever, and now people look at us like, yeah, you got it, cuz, or like, damn, everybody ain't got it like that. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't trying to hear that shit from nobody. Nigga, this shit wasn't easy. Everybody ain't got it. You think it just fell in my lap? Yeah. So it's like, I think it's pros and cons. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? More cons. I feel like family need to be together, but at the same time, not at nobody's stressful expense. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, my view on it is more like what you were saying, B. I mean, it sounds like what's going on in your family, kind of like parallel what's going on in my family. You know, people got their little old cliques. They had little incidents with people and shit like that. And then, you know, based on what he was saying, you know, some people, they just, you know, they above that bullshit. So they really don't, I ain't in it. I ain't got nothing against nobody. So like you said, I could be able to show up and be cordial and have a good time, but people not showing up because you gotta pick a side. You gotta either be with them or you either gotta be with them, or if you decide, okay, hey, you'll tell motherfuckers to their face, hey man, I ain't with all that, man. I wish y'all get y'all get that together. But shit, how y'all do it over here? You know, and then you go over here and it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You neutral. You ain't with all that. Then one of them gonna have a problem. Yeah. With you trying to be cool with both of them and not being, and then other people can follow your suit too. People that don't feel like they need to be in the middle of that shit or they want to kick it with both of them, they will follow your suit. But because of how they act, when you do that, then that keeps that division. That keeps that, okay, they doing shit over here. They ain't let nobody on this side know. They just let them people know over there. Or they just, you know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers say, and then there's another, people, it ain't no communication. Like you said, people don't, if you do have an issue, shit, nigga, let's pull me to the side, cuz, let's talk about this shit like a man. I'm trying to be out here in front of everybody that quick. Getting around people and showing out and acting weird. Yeah. Just let's come over here and talk about it. You might feel like
it could be a misunderstanding.
You might have, I pinched you when we was kids. Now you ain't like that, nigga. Come on, nigga. Just say it and get it over with.
Whatever it was.
Let's do what it takes to get past this shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm like him. At some point, you be like, man, I do kind of miss. Cause you never know when the last time you'll see a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You like, me and him ain't really on the same. That's my cuz, or that's my third auntie or whatever. You would just like to see people at least come together for the family reunion. But that's a problem too. Cause I last from you motherfuckers talking about who paid and who didn't pay and all this and church and all this shit. It's none of this be an issue. Yeah. I feel like shit, if somebody do got it like that, fuck it, go ahead and just do it and ball out or just don't do it and shut the hell up
I'm gonna be mad if I pay some shit and everybody was supposed to pay and didn't. That's what people get pissed off when talk about money. It ain't the people who wasn't expected to pay. They're not talking about like them. It's people who promised money out. Like, hey, I'm gonna pay you $100 on the 30th. The 30th come around, all this shit is paid, and we waiting on your $100 and you didn't pay it. Yeah, like these motherfuckers ain't paying their goddamn money, but they act like this shit free. Right. We wouldn't have got all of this shit if we wasn't counting on your money too. Right. You know what I'm talking about? So
it takes away from that event because people
feel that. It does.
You know, at that event. You know,
and I think at one point in time, like our family, they try to get the young people. I ain't gonna. I just thought about a time they started reaching out to all the like some young people. Like they reached out to me like, do you want to be part of the next generation to step up and take up the mantle and all that? And I think I was working 2 jobs and shit at the time, and I was like, man,
life sped up.
I ain't got time to be trying to chase folks out no more.
Yeah, life was sped up.
So it could be partial. I take a blame for that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Life sped up, man.
Because I was just thinking about when you said, I was like, yeah, they did ask me this shit, and I was like, I barely talk to anybody. I was like, how am I gonna get some money from somebody I don't even talk to?
Life sped up.
I was
man.
gonna say generational too, like you say, life sped up in our generation. Like, so the older folks, they was used to doing that and fitting on the house and putting together some cheap ass shit and putting it in pans, and making it spread. But us, times done changed. The way people do shit done changed. So, I mean, everybody.
People don't. I don't think people feel like they miss each other. Like I think you touched on it. People don't feel like they miss each other because we see each other on Facebook.
Yeah.
Social media can play a bigger part in that because, like, I can say a big part of that. Simply for the fact, like, I see these niggas.
Right.
The ones I choose to see.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So I see them. It's like, okay, you know what I'm talking about? So I ain't thinking about the next gathering. I used to think about the ones that I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about people in general or whatever. Because I miss it going to Joe Pool Lake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Cause
COVID. I don't think that way it was COVID.
Yeah, I miss that shit.
I think we did that the year before last.
I'm gonna talk about my last time I did.
I ain't gonna talk about your last time. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Go with your point. My bad.
But no, it really wasn't another point. It's just like I miss those good times and those moments, but I just don't think that's feasible anymore, man.
Okay.
Because look at the way it's sad to say, but like that generation brought that to us. You know what I'm talking about? But the thing is, life have changed. Them niggas didn't have internet and Facebook. Them niggas had them phones that you had to take forever to dial. If you get it fucked up, you gotta start all the way over and shit.
Yeah.
You talking about that was their technology. You know what I'm talking about? So they had to see people. And people miss each other when they're not around because you can't call too far because then it's a long distance phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So in order for us to stay together and in touch with each other, we have to do it this way. Yeah. Now niggas is, like I said, online talking to people all the time. You chat with who you want to at any given time or whatever. So I think that kills some of the, I guess, the high parts of missing people. You don't get a chance to miss them no more. So the family reunions and all of that shit died off. Like I said, like we talked about just now, due to the economy, social media, or whatever, or just plain ass fucking people don't want to be around other disgruntled people.
So Red Box killed Blockbuster.
Yeah,
like,
that's basically what it is.
Red Box killed
that was the last
Blockbuster.
generation of that. Because my point was, I didn't get
analogy.
around to, but a lot of older folks are dying off, man, or just getting old as fuck to the point. Like my grandma, she used to do a lot of stuff and have a lot of stuff at her house, or come to a lot of stuff, which would attract a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? Whether she came, but she don't leave her house now, especially because of COVID shit, and they got it all scared. So I mean, so that was the last generation of that. But that don't mean that you can't be the cool, old school nigga that want to keep the old vibe going or do something traditional and be like, I'm going to invite everybody over like how we used to do back in the day, because that's how you feel, because you might like to be around your family because you might not got some, man, fuck them, you know what I'm saying? But somebody else, might, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good segue. I think that topic will kind of, y'all good on that topic?
Yeah.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
This is still on that topic.
Yeah.
But, once I say it, you're going to know what I'm about to say, both of y'all niggas.
All right.
Judgmental families can split up because when one person feels judged, he don't feel comfortable around nobody else.
Yeah,
I'm not that nigga.
Yeah. Tell him.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I kind of hear that story about what you text your mama though. I ain't mean to cut you off, but that's what you were gonna say.
You done killed it, bro. You done killed the whole intro to it.
Damn.
Had to be this nigga, man.
I'm sorry, bro. That shit.
I was sitting back waiting. I was like, what they finna talk about?
Yeah. So anyway. Or whatever, like I mentioned it on Facebook before.
Okay.
Like I got a lot of family members that know that I don't live tradition. To me, I live my life the way I want to.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't mean that as a disrespect to nobody else. I'm part of some small clique of just fuck everybody. I don't mean it that way. Mm-hmm. It's just you haven't walked them out of my shoes, so you don't know the decisions I made or what made me make the decisions that I made.
Okay.
So with that being said, I talk the way I talk, feel the way I feel, deal with the people I deal with, hold the one close to me that I choose to hold close to me. And some people in my family respect me for it. Whether they agree with that or not, they respect me. I'm happy. I ain't here just causing problems. Mm-hmm. My kids love me. I'm living a happy, good life. If people can look at it and say, oh, I want to do some of that shit.
Yeah.
Then you got people who are super, super Christians who will be like, you need to change. This ain't right for you. Like, motherfucker, I was there when you was fucking up. Mm-hmm. When you was doing shit you ain't got no business doing. I was there for all of it. I was there. I ain't gonna put no details out because I almost told or whatever. But it was, your ass wasn't a saint. You know what I'm talking about at all. So but anyway, Said all of that to say this. I love my family for who understand who I am and still love me. My brother had to get surgery, right? His surgery's in the future. We've been talking about him getting he got gynecomastia or whatever. So he got some tick old bitties. Them hoes long and tall and shit. Ain't got tall titties. You ain't got no dude, ain't got no business with a nipple by his belly button. Whatever. Them hoes, his titties hang low. So he been talking about this shit, but he big old swole dude, you know what I'm talking about? But it ain't his fault, you know what I'm saying? So he had to get surgery to get this stuff removed. So he been talking about this surgery for 2-3 years or whatever. I've been helping him do stuff, and he been trying to search it up. And as soon as he gets some information on it, the military hold him back. Well, he finally got a date. So he sent the date. I thought he sent it to me. Like, hey, I got this much time until my surgery due date or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Hashtag fuck them titties. My mama in that group, super Christian. My auntie in that group, super Christian. There's a pastor in that group. Goes without saying. Super Christian.
That's what makes the shit so funny, man.
Bro, it wasn't a regular cuss word, bro.
He said, fuck them titties.
Hashtag fuck, bro. And nobody said shit for a while. Until my brother dumbass busts out laughing. Tell me, torn. Pointing fingers.
Yeah, like everybody in here.
Andre, and it was Andre. It wasn't even Andre. It was his wife. It was his wife that was roasting my ass. And then DeMarcus, he sent out. That's all. The only people who responded was them from laughing that they knew I fucked up. But I said that like, my bad, y'all. I thought D texted me. But I didn't know. I said my bad. I didn't know he texted me in the group. And I said my bad. I thought D sent that just to me. But it's crazy that I apologize for it happened. But all of y'all know that I use these words.
Yeah.
You know this shit already. You know what I'm talking about? You know me too. So that was clearly a mistake. What the fuck are you mad for? I didn't hurt no goddamn body.
Right.
But how you know somebody was mad though?
Nigga. This text group, this text thread.
Yeah.
These niggas talk.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it gets down.
Yeah.
40 text messages in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
These niggas get down. When I sent that shit, that was nothing. When I sent that shit, that was nothing. You hear me?
What if your mama called the pastor? You know what, pastor? I'm sorry for Antoine.
Honestly, bro,
he the worst one of them all.
That's my point. What I was saying. Like, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. Like, I would prefer for you to think about me this way. I would prefer that. But if you don't, okay, fine too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy that, like, damn, like, y'all really upset about that shit? Like, we've had much worse shit happening within our family that was okay. But the fact that I said fuck them titties, right, that was it.
With the pastor.
And then your cup overfloweth, goddammit. All right, y'all, hit us up at 826-0. No, my bad. Hold on, what's the number? What's the number? You don't know. I know it.
I don't know it.
806-626-0266. It's all shits and giggles.
To somebody giggles and shit.
My nigga been gone for a while. They came back and got it right on.
Yeah.
I had to say all of that shit so I could click this off button.